Next would be Dawood. Dawood, his name has a couple of meanings. So classically, it used to be somebody who's beloved, somebody with a big heart. But technically, this doesn't make a lot of sense given even the nature of his character in the in the Old Testament. He was more of a warrior. If somebody would be like loving or beloved, it would be one of like the minor prophets or something like that, not one of these kingly prophets. So, but one of the root meanings of his name is literally powerful hands, powerful hands. And some of the greatest, scholars of Latin and Hebrew and Syriac, people like Jerome, Ambrose, Augustine, even Christian scholars, they've said that his name primarily means one of mighty hands, one who has mighty hands. And so, does the Quran show familiarity with this? Absolutely. So, in Surah Sad, this is ayah number 17. 38:17. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, اصبر على ما يقولون واذكر عبدنا داود ذا الأيد إنه أواب. Be patient about what they are accusing you of, and mention to them our servant David, Dawood, the one of mighty hands. إنه أواب. Indeed, he was always repenting. إنه ذا الأيد. Then AD means powerful or the one of mighty hands. So there we have a link again that the Quran makes. This is now like the third or fourth time that the Quran makes without having a precedent in the Old Testament. So this is again unbelievable for somebody who is for anyone living in that time period, regardless of how eloquent they were in Arabic, to be that familiar, especially when there were no printed texts. There was no mass dissemination of Hebrew manuscripts that you can go and study. We know this because the earliest Hebrew manuscript is 400 years after the Prophet ﷺ, Codex Aleppo and Codex Leningrad, unless the Prophet ﷺ was frequenting the Dead Sea Scrolls and going there and reading them and studying them. He had like a nice little LED set or something, and he discovered electricity too. It's just very unlikely. So it says, be patient about what they are saying and mention our servant Dawood, the one of mighty hand. Indeed, he was always returning. Beautiful.